we put our kids in Pop Warner football, Little League baseball, and hope after dribbling a basketball for 15 years, maybe they'll go pro. But, if you look at the world in the history of sports, under 2% have ever gone pro. But when you look at gaming, it's faster, cheaper, safer. Doesn't matter your race, religion, gender, handicap. You don't even have to be athletic. It doesn't matter. Everyone can participate. It's a level playing field.
We have a very special guest on the show with us today. He's a Grammy-nominated DJ, producer, songwriter, author, entrepreneur, all the things. He's currently taking over the gaming entertainment industry as the founder and CEO of the Global Gaming League. Please welcome entertainment disruptor Clinton Sparks to the Fumble. Thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Relax. It's just an interview.
Yo, you missed the dance move, Samari. He was out here voguing while you was doing your read. I don't know.
I was doing the Huxtable.
We want to talk about the GGL because what we're here for. You just showed us this immaculate space that you have out in Las Vegas, man. Tell me the inspiration behind starting GGL and how it's been so far.
I've been building culturally relevant brands that impact still today for the past 25 years. And the mandate for me is if it doesn't include everybody, I don't want to be included. So when I was working on the gaming companies over the past almost decade now, I realized gaming is the fastest growing form of entertainment in the world, but completely disconnected from mainstream pop culture and definitely the streets. We play, but there's nothing there that exists in a structured manner where people can compete, make money, build businesses, the same way traditional sports leagues were set up. So that's what I realized. And for those that don't know that watching your show, the video game industry makes more money than movie, music, and television industries combined. It makes hundreds of billions of dollars. There's billions of gamers around the world. But they're gaming is kind of what hip hop used to once be back in the day, where it's just kind of, this is our thing, keep it real. We don't want outsiders being a part of this. And that's where gaming's at right now. But gaming is the new hip hop. And what I mean by that is, as parents, we put our kids in Pop Warner football, Little League baseball, and hope after dribbling a basketball for 15 years, maybe they'll go pro. But if you look at the world in the history of sports, under 2% have ever gone pro. But when you look at gaming, it's faster, cheaper, safer. Doesn't matter your race, religion, gender, handicap. You don't even have to be athletic, right? And it doesn't matter. Everyone can participate. It's a level playing field. So when I seen how big it was, when I seen how all the biggest investors tried to invest in the esports boom before the bubble burst, I see the biggest brands want to connect with video game players around the world. I see that gamers want to be legitimized as athletes and gaming as a sport. I see that all my famous friends and executives and celebrities all game, but there's nothing for them to have an authentic footprint in the gaming space. I'm like, man, I know exactly what to do. I'll build a league because right now, if anyone that's watching that understands or doesn't understand, I'll give you a quick breakdown, whether you're an adult who has a kid that games or you're someone young that games. There's a difference between esports and gaming. Esports is a $2 billion industry that's a very niche audience, and it's a model that I feel is not working and is broken. However, esports is reserved for the hardcore endemic gamer that grinds 8 to 15 hours a day, hoping to be on an esports org that then hopefully gets selected to be in a closed league, which is a one-game league like Call of Duty, Rocket League, League of Legends. Gaming is a 200 billion plus industry that everybody, whether it's Candy Crush to crosswords to Tetris to Tekken, whatever it is, everybody games in some form or fashion. And it's there's nothing set up for the billions of casual gamers that fashion themselves to be nice, right? Where they can aspire and work hard and go up the ranks and become a star through playing video games.
That's a really important delineation because I feel, because even I was unaware that was the exact definition and difference between esports and gaming. I'm glad that you actually put it that way because I was going to ask you about esports because we've seen leagues like the NBA, start their own esports league for gaming. I worked for the Washington Wizards for years, and I know that they, had a team that has gone on to win championships, but those athletes feel very, very niche, like you said, and not really a part of mainstream and normal society, whatever that looks like, whatever that is for you. So thank you for clarifying that, man.
I mean, dude, how many people, if you didn't work with the Wizards, right? how many people you know that are checking? And by the way, this isn't a shot at esports because there is a space for it,
Yeah.
right? But like, how many people are checking for esports or esports players or watch it or know it or pay attention or like, yo, let's go watch this game or like, I mean, just now people are starting to come up on Twitch. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's where that kind of stuff lives primarily. So you have to build something that people can relate to, connect to, speaks to them, shows up where they're at already. You know, it's kind of like esports is sort of, I compare it to things like crypto or other, you know, worlds where
Mm-hmm.
a very niche industry, meaning, you know, I speak at all these conferences around the world, and whether it's esports or it's crypto, you get this echo chamber of people saying, why don't they understand us? Why don't they understand how great this is? And I'm like, guys, it's not that they don't understand how great you are. You don't understand them. You don't
Yeah.
understand how to talk to the world and how to relate. I mean, think about crypto and esports. It just feels so complex. I don't understand it. Therefore, the average person is like, I don't get it. Right. And so they don't pay attention to it. So when you're able to talk in a language that people understand, one, because you understand how these different worlds talk and you understand emotions and feelings and marketing and psychology, then you understand how to bring things together in a way that somebody that's just looking to build something transactionally wouldn't understand how to do. And I always say, you know, people have tried to do something similar to what I'm doing with Global Gaming League, but it never worked out because you can't stand for culture if you never stood in culture.
In culture. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that most companies and brands and people try to do.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Great job.
I watched an interview, Clinton, where you said that that GGL is projected to make $500 billion in the next 2 years. That is crazy. That number is crazy.
Although that would be home run, guys.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it was video gaming industry overall.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Thank you.
I was about to say, because if you need some help around there, I can definitely
I was thinking
$500 billion.
I would have flown a jet to come do this in person.
Facts,
Okay,
bro.
my question is, how soon could we see GGL be as big, if not bigger, than any other major sports league in the world?
Well, I can't predict the future, but what I can say is we will benefit from the lessons learned from everybody from UFC to WWE to the Drone League, all these other leagues that are out there right now that have paved the way for the infrastructure to build a league, right? So we think about, look at us, the Global Gaming League, for those people that right now that are like, what's he even talking about? The Global Gaming League is a league of celebrity-owned teams who compete in live events here in Las Vegas at our 43,000 square foot facility, playing everything from games like Call of Duty and Rocket League to classic games like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man, and everything in between, from Tetris to Tekken to Golden Tee Golf to Mario Kart. Look at us like the NFL meets WWE meets the UFC, meaning the professionalism and the structure of traditional sports leagues like the NFL or the NBA, the pageantry, theatrics, storyline, smack talking like WWE, and much like the UFC, where you see two people compete that you otherwise wouldn't see compete elsewhere. Here's where you could see like Shaq's team versus Jessica Alba's team going against each other. But unlike the NFL, which is one sport, one season, one region, this is all sports, meaning all game titles. It's all year, and it's truly global from India to Asia, Middle East, Europe, North America, South America. As I said, the fastest growing form of entertainment in the world. So it's going to, it'll take a few years at least, but we're already seeing tremendous success now. So I guess to be as big as you're asking, that's the biggest of the biggest, right? So, and most of those took decades and decades. But we'll be pretty quicker because gaming's also digital. So we can move so much faster and people can participate. And then, unlike any other sport, people have to be physically trained. They have to go through years of becoming an athlete.
Yeah.
Clinton, I'm really excited about GGL because when I was younger, I actually played a few video games with my dad and my brother, but I never thought about doing that as a career. Like I used to play like Ratchet and Clank or Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if those are kind of lame games, but
What the hell is Ratchet and Clank? I'm unfamiliar with that. What is that? Some Atlanta?
Yeah, it's a video
Clinton, do you
game
know Ratchet
only
and Clank?
for Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, it was like a little guy, and you like, you like defeated like little monsters, and he had like a little animal thing with him. I don't
Like
know, but
Zelda?
like,
I don't. It wasn't. You didn't want to
no, it was
go.
more like robotic and more like, I don't know, like he would pick up like these little screwdriver, like screws and stuff. I don't know. I have to look it up. I was trying to say that I played video games as a little girl. Um, and I was saying that I'm sure that there's a lot of younger girls that are going to be excited about this league as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 46% of gamers are females. So, and as you can see, playing with your father and brother, it brings families and people together and helps, create bonds. So, there's adults now that still look at gaming as a waste of time and don't see their kids getting any value out of playing games. But what they don't know is schools give scholarships now for gaming. It helps with critical thinking, strategy, leadership, camaraderie. Studies show that it helps with depression. And there's people like when we were younger, I wish we could have made money when I was young. Well, guess what? Now you can, especially here with the Global Gaming League. It's the first league where you can have a 17, 27, 37, 47-year-old on the same exact team. It's the first league where you can have a kid in South Africa last week, and then he's joining Little Wayne's team next week and playing here in Las Vegas, getting paid to do so. So it's really exciting to be able to bring different people, cultures, and generations together with the Global Gaming League.
Well, if you're this invested in gaming, then I would assume that there's a game out there that you feel like you pretty elite at. So, what is the game that somebody can see Clinton Sparks in and they have no chance whatsoever?
Setting a goal in business and marketing and accomplishing it and getting it done.
Yo, get out of here, bro.
Come see me.
Okay, but before we let you go, Clinton, you're from Boston. We're a sports show. What are your favorite teams? We got to know.
What do you think? I'm from Boston.
I don't know.
Yankees.
We got to ask.
The Yankees.
Yeah. Well, I see you don't have a bright partner over here, Samaya.
Yeah, I'm not bright. I radiate.
Yeah, it's hey, of course, the Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics. I mean, I threw the first pitch at the Red Sox game last summer, so it was like a little boy's dream growing up broke in Dorchester in Boston to then be on the mound at like the Royal Kingdom called Fenway Park and throwing the first pitch. So it was really exciting.
Was it better or worse than 50 Cent's first throw?
No, I threw a steamer right down the middle, and I got a strike. Yeah, of course, man. I'm from Boston. I'm an athlete.
Okay.
Just give me a ball. Just give me a ball. I'll figure it out. A pickleball. It doesn't matter. Give it to me.
I like
this is the talking that I was looking for when it came to the video games, but you went real PC and protected the infrastructure of the business.
It wasn't PC because
I knew it was in there.
I could sit here and say, I love playing Tetris. I love playing Tekken. But like really, what I really excel at is much bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And like that is a game because you are putting pieces together like Tetris when it's raising money and it's dealing with labor laws and SEC laws and hiring the right people and working with publishers and all these things. Like this business is so ambitious. It's not as simple as opening up an e-commerce store or I dropped a fashion line or something like that. Like I've built multiple businesses and there's like things that is like, it gets tough and frustrating sometimes because, you got to deal with certain people or vendors and whatnot. This is like building Amazon. When you see people talk about entrepreneurship's not for the faint of heart, they're not even talking about this. This is not
Next
even
level.
like regular people.
So then as somebody who's wildly ambitious, Clinton, how important is having a supportive partner as you embark upon all these endeavors?
That's a great question. My wife would definitely be happy you asked that. So I'm super fortunate and lucky. I have an amazing wife. I have an amazing I have 3 kids. One of my sons actually is the head of content here. He's a brilliant mind. So no, my wife. Look, not many wives let you. First of all, we have a house in LA. I'm going to go live in Vegas by myself and go build this company. I mean, not many wives are going to trust you or not stress you about doing that. So super supportive, believes in me. Never breaks my balls. She's never like, what were you doing last night? It's like, dude, I was working. What do you think I was doing? You know what I'm saying? So like, she knows me. But again, she's awesome. But it's also, I've built that trust because I do the right thing and she knows who I am and there's nothing to be suspicious of.
Got it. Okay, you hear that, Samaria? Samaria got married less than a month ago, so she's a newlywed, and so this is good things for her to hear. His balls are not being busted, but it's because he has established a baseline level of trust. So just Samaria, you just absorb that. That was good. Sound advice.
Anyways, Clinton, I want to put you on the spot. If you all didn't know watching, this guy is a mixtape legend, right? I don't think people knew that. But I want to know, what is your greatest mixtape of all time? What do you feel like is the greatest mixtape of all time, Clinton?
I'm going to walk and talk because I got to leave this room.
For sure.
What I think or what the people think?
You.
What I think is, there's a tie between two of my mixtapes. One is a Shade 45 anniversary edition mixtape that I did, where it's just like nonstop dope. Like it's almost like a cipher between every hot rapper in the world at that time, just doing 16, 24 bars, then banging into another beat with somebody else. That was one. Another one is there's a band called Chester French. They were these two kids that went to Harvard. If you go online and you see that Chester French mixtape and you love eclectic music, they're like a mix between the Beatles and the Beach Boys mixed with like just cool, right? So like I think that's like one of those slept on projects that if you don't know, you don't know. But if you do go hear it, you're like, man, this is genius. So those are my two favorite. But clearly, We Got It for Cheap series with the clips is like kind of, and cemented in like hip hop history. I did anger management mixtapes with Eminem that kind of went down in history. Mixtapes with Busta Rhymes, Talib Kweli to Pharoah Monch and, all the Bay Area artists and Rick Ross and a whole bunch of mixtapes.
Got you.
By the way, I did over 100 mixtapes in my career. So that's like a mixtape a month for like 10 years.
You never got raided by the feds like Drama?
No, so what happened is I owned the biggest mixtape site in the world. It was called mixunit.com.
Okay.
If you guys remember that. So when things were starting to get scary, I have a pretty dope lawyer that called me and was like, yeah, maybe you need to like,
chill out.
It's funny you say mixtapes, so people that don't know that might be watching, but I feel like people are kind of, that listen to this maybe closer to our age, so they'll know. But like that is an era that if you weren't there, you don't know. And it was such an impacting, pivotal moment in hip hop, in music history that changed. We were the internet. Like you came to us. We told you what was hot and who was hot. Like all of us, the biggest mixtape DJs. So like it was an era that was dangerous. It was fun. It was tumultuous. There was rivalries. Like motherfuckers were hating on each other. I won't say who, but we were at a photo shoot one time for Vibe, and we was all there. Like me, Drama. I think Khaled was on the cover. Like we were doing a cover for Vibe, and man, motherfuckers came running in there with jammies. You know what I'm saying? They were just like
DJ
Clue. Was running around. All of a sudden, someone pulls me and trying to use me as a shield, and it was like, and I won't say who, but at the end they were like, anybody gonna play any records that diss this dude again? And it was like, nah, man, ain't no one gonna do.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to use the Blues Clues. Is it Who Kid with 50? I don't know. It sounds. I feel like I can put some pieces together and take an educated guess, but I'm gonna chill out.
Clinton, thank you so much for coming on and dropping all of this knowledge, these gems. We're really excited about the GGL. I'm sure Rodney can say the same. And we would love to come out to Vegas and see everything.
When we launch season 0, I would love to invite you guys coming out here. It's gonna be in August. We'll be announcing the date pretty soon. Love you guys to come out here and join me at the home of the Global Gaming League in Las Vegas to witness history in the making. By the way, anybody watching, if you want to get more familiar with me or what we're doing here, how you can get involved, go to globalgamingleague.com or follow us at Global Gaming League anywhere. If you just want to hear more from me, at Clinton Sparks.
And we appreciate you, man. You have a beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to all to come.
Thank you as well, and don't fumble.
Never fumble.
And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest things happening in sports, we got you covered. The link is in our description box.